All right, we're back with Crystal Clear Oracles, and I'm going to do the second half of this tea reading. Do, do. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. All right. Take two. No. All right, here we go. So we're going to start with Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know for the fourth week in April? What do the Scorpios need to know? And this can be your sun, moon, or rising sign. So just know that there are options here. I'm kind of sensing this energy of it's like a crescent moon. There's like a crescent moon energy, which is sort of morphing into like newness. Like what kind of new energy wants to come through? Allowing the old to like die off. You know, as Scorpios, we're very used to that, right? Transformation. And really just like letting that sort of phoenix rise. You know, sometimes we just gotta I'm definitely seeing like a dragon type energy. So letting like the dragon just burn, like turn it to ash, things that just aren't working for you, that are not for your highest good, just you know, also for a lot of Scorpios, you know, Scorpio rules the psychic mystic energy. And a lot of Scorpios are seers, psychics. It's just a natural state of being. And not being afraid to step into that power, like not being afraid to step into that part of yourself. You know, as I have a Scorpio sun, and it's like when you let yourself rise and really step into your own light. And it's more than that. It's more like as women too, just, you know, I have found in my own life that a lot of men do have a hard time often letting women sort of rise. And they want to either kind of control or keep them, you know, in a container. And through my own healing journey and stepping onto the energy healing practices that I've done for a very long time, I mean, you know, it's like, and I have to really explain this because even back then, you know, as I was studying astrology and a lot of other things, seeing that, you know, an astrological chart as fixed. And I really believe, and even back then I could sense, wow, I mean, we can kind of expand and go beyond even just that fixed natal chart or any fixed parts of ourselves. I mean, technically, a lot of people would say, well, Scorpios don't like change or travel or this kind of thing, you know, but all I've had is a ton of change. So, I mean, some has been wanted and other parts have been, you know, especially the last few years, not great, but not completely my choosing. So, you know, it's got to stay, you know, on the road, the journey into that transformative space and allow things to just die off to move forward in life. You know what works for you. You know what doesn't. You know who's in your life that's not healthy and who you need to walk away from. I mean, it's very clear, especially, you know, I think during the springtime, it's sort of like fluffing off, all the skin from the winter and the hibernation and all that, and really stepping into that blossoming flower that wants to continue to grow and blossom and, reach for the light. So we have to continue that journey. And, if you're a Scorpio who uses power over others, I would say choose a different path, choose to operate in the world in a different way, and not to display that sort of predatory or controlling aspects that aren't healthy. I personally, I don't want to keep anybody down. I want everybody to be able to have sovereignty, right, in your life. Like, we have free will as human beings. We didn't come here to fight. We did not come here to this planet to create more problems and more drama and all these things and, harm people. And we came here to shine our light, be creative, express ourselves, have joy for all of our differences. I mean, that's what's fun about this planet. It's not the other stuff. And when we choose to step more and more into that choice of that creative space and supporting one another, rising instead of trying to tear people down, we just gotta stay, I think, keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. And continue to know, like, for myself, it's like letting the ego stuff die off. I don't need to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Letting myself express my true gifts, which are not the same as everybody else's. And I know for myself in particular, being a healer and a reader, it can scare people and it can be a little outside the box for a lot of people. I know that that's occurred. But, if you don't, I always say to people, if you don't like someone or you don't like what they're saying or you don't like their videos or you don't like being around particular people, well, then don't. Don't. But you don't need to harm people. So if we can just, step back and move toward people and things and situations that actually give us love and support and want the best for us and want us to shine, not the way they want us to shine, not the way, certain people want us to shine, but the actual way that's we know in our hearts and soul that, we were meant to shine. And I have so much more exploring to do myself. The last couple years have been challenging because, there's been people who want to just get in the way. And that's a difficult thing when people choose to behave in those ways. Tell lies or, shame or persecute and do these awful things to others that it's not necessary. It's just not necessary. So, I would say that to Scorpios, that, we're deep, we're a little different. But I think for a lot of people, and this isn't just for Scorpios, but, a lot of women like stepping into their power and knowing that that's okay. It's actually okay to do it. Now is the time. This is now. The time is now. So stay out of drama. Don't engage in drama. Like, not my circus, not my monkeys, not my drama. It's just keep yourself focused on, it's like, I keep hearing from the divine, like, ask for our help to keep your thoughts and energy focused on what it is the divine wants to bring through you and to create for the world and the expansion of the world, and not to allow others, to get in the way of that kind of growth, because it's not just for you, it's for the planet. And we are in a time right now that we all need to shine our lights bright. And it doesn't mean, being famous or any of those things. I mean, maybe you will be, maybe you won't be. That doesn't matter. I mean, for me personally, though, I have to say, if I become, like, let's say, more known and my bank account becomes much larger, well, I can do a lot more to help the planet. That's the way my mind works. Not everybody's minds work like that, but mine does. And so what does Scorpio need to know about stepping into their power? What does Scorpios need to know about stepping into their power? Fork in the road. So it's pretty much saying, like, you got to be done. You got to be done people pleasing and choosing for, what you think other people want you to choose. And, that's got to be over and done with. You've circled around this many times, as we all do circle around these things many times. And if you let that fork in the road end, right? And really step into how you can shine and, find the community, right? That will give you that support and the acceptance and the love, and let the higher power shine through. That's, I'm just gonna clear some energy. Okay. And do Scorpios need to know anything else right now? And what else do Scorpios need to know right now? Like, I've been keeping a candle on the east-facing direction of my space to alleviate conflict and bring greater peace and resolution. And lighting a candle can do that. And if you just keep it there and keep that intention there, that this candle is for peace and for love and for harmony and resolution, so we get friendship and union. That's sweet. So maybe a new friend is coming in, or a friend from the past, or someone's connecting with you or reconnecting with you. Just allow in some kindness, and some sweetness into your life, because we all deserve to have that kind of loveliness in our lives. Okay, so let's go on to Sag. Let's see. Sagittarius. What you think about, you'll bring about. So I'm seeing like a letter, an S. So there might be some significance there. Maybe it's somebody that you know, or somebody that's entering your life, or someone that you've known. It has an S in the name. Or maybe the S is a symbol for you in some way. I definitely see like an energy of an you can call it alien if you want, but just like an energy from, another galaxy, an energy from other beings. And they're kind of just saying, we're here, we're around the earth, especially at this time right now. We know what's going on. There's a lot going on right now. You can connect with us through meditation. Is the biggest way to make connection with other life forms, through meditation. It opens up something that's so every time this cup moves, I've seen a different being in this cup. So for sure, there's other energies that you can connect with, and ask for them to be kind, well-intentioned energies and connections. What does Sag need to know? I think too for Sag, it's kind of like just getting out of the box. It's so many people are so stuck in these limited ideas and expectations of the world, and there's so much that we don't see, so much on this planet, around this planet, in the galaxies that are at play right now. And I think letting ourselves experience beyond what we just know and see. You might get information through your dreams. There might be connections through your dreams as well. And we've got holy love. Holy love. So stay in that connected energy of divine guidance and love. And I'm getting a definite yes from the angels. Spend more time in connection with us. Because that's a lot of where you're going to get downloads coming in. Okay, so we will move on to Capricorn. Let's see. I kind of am sensing what is it that you're avoiding? Is there something that you're avoiding in your life? It feels like there's someone who's passed that you want to grieve, or someone who's passed that wants to connect with you. A lot of times, when people pass, sometimes people will be like, oh, we celebrate their life and it's joyful and we'll celebrate, but allow yourself to grieve too. It's even though we know that we can still have connection with people who have crossed over, we've still lost somebody in the physical world. You know, it's like I can't hug my grandmothers, you know, and they just passed last year. And that is, you know, it comes up for me definitely, you know, every now and then, even though I have still a lot of connection with them all the time. But just, you know, the hug of a grandmother or, you know, someone you love, it's, you know, you miss it, right? Definitely. Or a mother or, you know, a friend or a love, you know, a furry one. It's like you miss that, those kinds of connections. You know, it's okay. I remember going to a funeral when I was quite young, actually, and somebody had passed, and all these people were like wearing bright colors and celebrating, and I, you know, was kind of towards the back, and I, you know, was crying, and I was wearing black, and I just felt sad. I felt really sad. But then I was also shamed by some people who were like projecting that I shouldn't be behaving that way. And it kind of blew my mind a little bit. So it's, you know, but sometimes you just got to tell people to fuck off, right? Okay, so now we're on to, okay, information for Capricorn. Any information for Capricorn? Any, oh, or did we get, so the compassion card, and I'll give you the one behind too. Okay. Composure. So definitely like sitting with yourself, letting grief roll off you, roll around you. I love this one too. Self-acceptance. Yeah, it's okay. Like I think we're trained as humans to not feel anything half the time, and I mean, not me, because most Scorpios are, you'll see them crying, but you know, the thing is, you know, you don't have to share it with everybody. You know, you share with people who actually are okay with that part of you, not with people who, you know, want to shame you or judge you. What else does Capricorn need to know? What else does Capricorn need to know now this week? So, are you avoiding, yeah, like I was kind of saying, in the, avoiding something, avoiding a direction, avoiding a new direction, something new, someone new, something new, like, yeah, there's definitely like a new direction coming in. You know, is it like, listen to your heart, put your hands on your heart and like really listen. And then also maybe time for a nap. Are you just, you know, spinning in your mind and you gotta like actually take a break and a timeout to allow what wants to be shown and known to you. So give yourself some time and space for that as well. It's spring. Go look at all these beautiful flowers. Go take a walk and look at these gorgeous flowers. Go buy a bunch of flowers at the store. Every man and woman should be doing this because it's lovely for everybody. Okay, so Aquarius. On to Aquarius. So I'm kind of sensing like you don't have to give to receive. We're so taught in this world we have to give to receive, give to receive love, give to receive, money, give to receive whatever it is. It's like kindness, compassion. We don't have to give to receive is one major theme here. I mean, as women in particular, we often feel like we have to, like, for instance, somebody bought me tea a while back, and they bought me tea, and then I gave them money. So it was kind of this, like, okay, I see myself doing it too sometimes. So I get the whole fact that, or I'll give love, or, over give kindness even sometimes, especially as women, to receive, love or kindness, this kind of thing. So we don't have to like give to receive or overgive, to receive. And maybe we're just, we can't have expectations about where it's the receiving piece is going to come from. I mean, you might give to one person, but you can't necessarily expect the receiving to come from any particular person or individual. So that's the other piece to it, to have more flow in life, to let go of expectations, conclusions and expectations of any particular person in your life. Yeah, I'm just seeing like a seahorse. It looks sort of like a seahorse to me. And yeah, oh, definitely. So it's like that movement in the water, just, that flow like of a seahorse. It sort of goes with the flow, right? And I don't know if have you ever seen a seahorse? I have. They're amazing. And yeah, just that sort of elegant grace and flowing energy, letting go of any harshness towards others or yourself. What does Aquarius need to know this week? Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know? The why. So yeah, so what's your intention? Asking yourself, what's my intention here? Why am I doing this? What is the intention of me choosing what I'm choosing? And would I like to shift that intention? Would I like to expand into something that actually serves the greater whole and myself? I always see these, like, I see the seahorse and they have like a crown. They're wearing like a crown. So what kind of crown are you wearing? I guess I would say, what kind of crown do you want to wear? And so this is kind of saying, sometimes we have to revolt, like not go with the norm, not go with what everybody, what everybody's saying or what everybody's doing. Or sometimes we gotta like, what's a path that would actually create a different world? And what does Aquarius need to know? What does Aquarius need to know? Last week in April. Healing energy. So allow yourself to heal any wounds. You know, it's like what's any harshness, any wounds that need to be healed, brought to light. Which I think will actually, once you do that, it will kind of show you how to move through something that it might actually bring like a lightning bolt. I'm kind of seeing like a lightning bolt that brings in new information and something that downloads for you that is nothing you've seen before, nothing you've thought before, nothing you've sensed before. So allow that to occur. Okay, so now on to Pisces. What does Pisces need to know this week? What does Pisces need to know? Kind of seeing this person sort of hugging somebody. It sort of looks like an energy of, is there like a family member or somebody in your life that you could be supportive to right now? Is there like, I see like an ebb. So like there's this like kind of stagnant energy, and then there's this very sort of open flowing energy. So maybe at some point here you've gotten kind of stuck in the ebb, that sort of spiraling, and you know, there's been some kind of wound. What's the quote? It's like, the wound is where the light shines through. The wound is where the light shines through. So let your wounding, let the light shine through it. And it's okay, to let that occur. It's okay to open that up and allow that to occur. And maybe you've never felt safe to do that, or, maybe with who you're with, maybe they, steamroll you, or it's just not a copacetic connection. So, make sure you're allowing yourself to open that wound and let the light shine through with somebody that you feel safe with, and maybe that's just talking with your angels and guides. It can be that as well. Going to the spa, having a spa day. Might be a spa day, pamper yourself. Just get in touch with that sort of softer energy. So what does Pisces need to know this week? What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know? Sometimes when we shine the light in wounded places, it can actually present something that you're actually passionate about. Something that sparks this passionate spark inside yourself. What is Pisces? Yeah, so are you being true to your heart? Are you staying true to your path? or do you feel out of alignment? If you feel out of alignment and you would like to shine the light on the wound, allow that to occur. Especially during a retrograde, it's a really great time and space to do it. If you choose to do that, then regeneration is possible. Like regeneration, like in a healthy way, is possible. What else does Pisces need to know this week? What else does Pisces need to know this week? There you go. And if you allow that to happen, you'll receive greater intuition and downloads in your life about your situation, whatever it is, doesn't matter what part of your life this is occurring in. Yeah. And then we have the learning experience underneath. Okay. So on to Aries. Okay. I mean, what I can say to everybody and how I feel for myself even is just the sweeter you can be to yourself, the more gentle you can be with yourself and others. I mean, it's a great time for all of us to invite that in, to release the harshness, the judgments, to allow the planet to grow. There's a lot of people who don't want that, and I get that, but that's where we're at. And as more lights kind of open and let ourselves be brighter, the multiplication of that energy expands like exponentially. Okay, what does Aries need to know? Aries. What does Aries need to know the last week in April? What does Aries need to know the last week in April? I'm seeing a tree. So that's interesting. It's a beautiful tree. So it's like roots, like your earth roots. What do they look like? How does your earth tree roots look? Are they deep? Are they shallow? Do they expand? Are they more confined, but also how does the tree branches is it just, straight up? Does it do you let it shine? I think it's sensing and seeing your earth roots. Can you expand them, above and below? Expanding your earth roots above and below. And, just by doing that actually puts out energy of things that you can't see and feel into the universe and to the world. It's okay, allowing your energy to be known in other spaces and places. Because it's interesting how other things will come into your life when you do that. So let's see. What else does Aries need to know? I also see a heart-shaped energy in the cup. So it's like we are all divine sparks of light on this planet. Every one of us. Everybody's here. Every single individual is here as a divine spark of light. To shine, to be loved, to be known, to be seen, to be heard. So what does Aries need to know this week? What does Aries need to know this week? Yeah, serendipity. So yeah, it's like when you, like I was saying, when you expand the energy, when you expand it and allow that to occur, more serendipitous moments will occur in your life. Yeah. And that's with the live beam meditation as well, and expanding out, your energy, pulling it to you, flowing it out through the back, through the front. Like, how many ways can you do it? And allowing those sort of, not forcing, because I know Aries has that kind of, very strong energy, but it's more like not forcing things, but allowing things. Just the allowing. Yeah, when you do that, there you go. Treasure Island. Turtle time. Turtle time. And I love turtles. They're amazing. Turtles are amazing. When I lived in Hawaii, I would swim with the turtles every day. And there was one particular turtle who would come up on shore and sit on the sand, and it was literally the size of a small car. And I would just sit there with this wise being. And it's so interesting because when they get in the water, turtles are quick. They are fast. I mean, you can swim as fast as you can, but they will, whoosh, off they go. Unless you grab onto the back of a turtle, but you're not supposed to do that technically. No. What else does Aries need to know this week in April? What does Aries need to know this week in April? Take a step back. Take a step back. So I think taking a step back kind of means, what it means to me is cultivating that tree energy above and below, because when you do it, opportunities and change come in. So that's pretty fabulosity. Fabulous. So if you would like a private reading with me, you can go to AllisonVanRaden.com, and I do energy healing work. I do oracle readings. I do a combination of both. I use many different divination tools to get guidance. And yeah, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it because it allows this channel to grow. And have a wonderful, wonderful week. Okay, see you soon.